Today I'm going to be doing a guide on a passive Myrmidon. So let me show you the fit real quick. So this fit uses medium core defense field Purger 2s. I think you could also do this with Purger 1s. You just have to be careful which site you pick. So the idea behind this fit is that you have maximum defense, you have a lot of EHP, and then you're using um, these field purgers and the shield power relay 2s to heal really fast. So we'll see that in action. So to show this, I'm first going to pick a site. I'm going to do a Forsaken rally point because it's easy. So what you do is you can just warp to 0 or 30 if you want to be a little bit off 0, just in case you get attacked. You want to go ahead and activate your hardeners. I have a thermal dissipation field here. I think a adaptive involved would actually be a little bit better because it would give you better EM resists. I'm going to be fighting Sancho rats, so they do a majority of EM damage. You'll see though this ship is very flexible and it'd be easy to change this out. So the first thing we do when we land in the site is to go ahead and drop our mobile depot. You just need anchoring 1 to use a mobile depot. That's a skill. And then we can drop our drones. So I'm going to use 2 mediums and 3 heavies. The drones will go ahead and attack on their own. So the idea behind this particular fit is you want to keep the shield is going to be healing very, very quickly with all shield power relays. I do recommend just until you get set up, because the mobile depot takes a minute to activate. You're going to have these all pre-fitted when you warp into the site. And then once you have your mobile depot active, you'll be able to refit to GDAs or drone damage amplifiers to increase your damage. Okay, so now the mobile depot is activated, so we go over here and we say use fitting service. So this is nice because it gives us a variety of options. So we see that I'm holding just fine with this rats, just a few rats. So I'm going to go ahead and take off all of these in space with the mobile depot. And you can just change those all out for DDAs. You'll see I'm cap stable. I think when I have all shield power relay 2s, that decreases the capacitor a little bit, but I'd still have 27 minutes of capacitor, so that's fine. Okay, so here I'm on the last rat of a wave, so I'm going to get ready and refit right before it dies, just so I have enough tank to hold the beginning of the next wave. This is a good time to check our D scan. There's an Ishtar on scan here, but I know he is friendly. But you can always, particularly now that we're in the blackout and local's no good for intelligence, you're going to watch D scan. You're going to want to watch your different intel channels, be in comms, make sure you're listening for things. Okay, so the rat's about to go down here. You can see it's really quick to change out tank. So I'm just going to start doing it. You can do one at a time, or you can do them all at once like I did before. So this is really quick and easy. And the thing to do, I like to do, is just keep on adding DDAs until you see your tank just starting to break. You never want to get below about 25%. That's where shield regens at its maximum, but or even 50% is a pretty good target. So I'm going to take off one more here. If you did see something on D-scan that you're worried about, you could always quickly take off all of these GDAs. You could throw in 3 Warp Corp stabilizers. You didn't like me doing all 3 at once. So you put in all 3 of these, and then you could start trying to warp off. And if something landed and happened to point you, you would have a lot of Warp Core strength to still be able to get away. Okay, so I've actually jump cut ahead because I got jumped at by a Loki at the end of the video. So I'm just going to review the tape here with you. So I was being lazy thinking about the video. I wasn't doing D-scan enough. So in a second here, you'll see me hit D-scan and a Loki show up. So there he is. I should have been on. He's showing up on grid. So what I tried to do is first I selected the Warp Core stabs. I should have first done the use fitting services. I tried to drag them on, but first you have to take off the DDAs. So then I took off the DDAs. You can see that he has web scrammed and pointed me. And at that point, I should have scooped my mobile depot and recalled my drones, but I didn't. And because I didn't have the overview set up right, I just picked the first blue thing, which was the iHub to warp off to, and I ended up getting off safe because I had those warp core stabilizers to refit to. So what could I have done better? One, I should have been descanning more often and during the blackout. Two, I should have had my overview set up better. I should have first used the fitting services, taken off the DDAs, put on the warp core stabilizers. If I did it again, I would even have more warp core stabilizers because they could have had a faction point and I wouldn't have had enough to get away. And I should have recalled my drones and scooped the mobile depot. So, you know, I lost a few million in drones in mobile depot, but my 200 mil ship lived to fight another day, and I was able to go ahead and dock up. From here, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the video, the class I was giving, talk a little bit more about the setup and completing the site, and then it'll fast forward and show you the rest of the site. So the one thing I don't get to do is show you scooping the mobile depot at the very end of the site. So you just right click on it and say scoop to cargo hold, and then you're done. So I'm just keeping this up. It's obviously ugly, but keeping this up so I can quickly change between things as I feel necessary. You can see my DPS here is 457, so not quite as good as the old VNI. Not bad. If I had better drone skills, so if I had medium drone skills, I'd have the T2. If you were comfortable on the site, you could even do additional DDAs or use like a drone link augmentor. I'm sorry, a tracking unit to help your drone tracking. That would help damage. And you also have some additional high slots that you could use. You just want to make sure that you have capacitor to warp away if necessary, and also to run your hardeners. If we turned off the hardeners, it would hurt. If there is a particular wave, if you were in like a Forsaken hub, you can go ahead and overheat your hardeners for a cycle, and that would help for a moment. But I think it would be the best idea is put as many shield power relays as you can here. And if you're still not holding, then that's when you need to think about warping off. So some other cool things you could do is you could put on a micro jump drive if you wanted to. Oh, so we have to turn off the active module if we want to take it off. Got to fit that. You can put a micro jump drive on, and then it just give you even a little bit more survivability. You of course are not moving right now, so all you have to do is double click in space, then activate the medium micro jump drive. You get 100 kilometers away, and then that might give you the extra opportunity to jump away. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the site. You'll be able to see me switching on and off. Put some music on. I hope you enjoyed the lesson about the passive shield fit myrm.